Welcome back. We're getting you these pictures. In fact, Prime Minister Modi was in Dubai to attend the World Climate Action Summit at the 28th conference of the parties, where leaders gathered in Dubai for an annual United Nations Climate Summit, calling for urgent action to slow down global warming. The Prime Minister has met the President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan and held comprehensive talks with him. The leaders also took to the stage for an official photo opportunity. While hailing India-UAE ties, the Prime Minister said the country's partnership with the UAE is going from strength to strength, driven by a futuristic vision. The Prime Minister also asserted that the partnership that the nations have will play a pivotal role in crafting global solutions to the challenges we currently face in this sphere. Just as Modi landed at Dubai airport, the excited Indian diaspora chanted Modi Modi slogans and also Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Geeta Mohan is in fact getting us more details on that story. Geeta is in Dubai getting us those details. Just take us through the itinerary of the summit essentially. Of course, India has said that it looks forward to collaborations for sustainable future. Geeta.
Well, that's right, Neha. The focus is going to be on not just sustainability, but also equity and climate finance. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as we speak, the event on climate change that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also going to head in terms of a panel has just begun, and there would be the COP28 president who will open the forum. The conversations are going to begin just in moments from now, and ahead of the listing of all the important ministers, prime ministers, presidents who are attending the COP28 summit, Prime Minister Modi is going to sit alongside COP28 president and the United Nations General Assembly president and deliver his first address. This is going to be a crucial one because India is going to talk about life for environment, which is lifestyle for environment, changing your lifestyle. Going to talk about equity, sustainability, but finance is going to be an important one. What happens, Neha, yesterday is that on the Global Loss and Damage Fund, there was commitment and it was operationalized, which means that the developed countries will now have to start putting in funds to ensure that developing countries that have lost a lot owing to the development done by the developed world will in some way be compensated for what they need to really grow. But we've not seen a lot of commitment come through. India's commitment to tackling climate change comes from its own participation. Look, we are here at the prime ministerial level. Joe Biden is missing, the president of the United States of America. So is the president of China and the president of Russia. So while the world is tackling one of the worst menaces, which is climate change, we have top world leaders having not attended COP28 here in Dubai. So that certainly speaks volumes of commitment, the intensity and force with which climate change should be fought. And certainly India's idea of becoming the voice of the global south, that certainly will reflect in Prime Minister Modi's speech, where he is going to put a lot of force and thrust on the global south, the developing world and climate justice.
Possible deliverables from this conference really would be, a couple of things that countries would be hoping, expecting to deliver upon, working out a consensus. What are those going to be?
Well, two very important aspects that I've been speaking to and to experts over here who've been working in this sector for many years was one is to have that operationalization of the loss and damage fund that already happened yesterday as COP28 kicked off. So that's a plus. The other one is a very important one, Sneha, but one that will take a lot of commitment and reducing emissions, which is trying to keep global warming at 1.5 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature and not an increase. There's the latest data which says that there is or could be an increase of 0.001%. That in itself is going to be massive, and if it moves beyond that, there are other reports that are saying that there could be a 2 degrees Celsius increase. That certainly will wreak havoc when it comes to freaky weather conditions across the world. So that commitment really requires what? It requires reduction of emissions. It requires ensuring the lesser dependency on fossil fuel. So that's the other outcome or deliverable that we are looking at over here when the COP28 really concludes. At this point in time, with all the conflicts happening, the Russia-Ukraine war, well, oil prices became very, very steep. The surge in prices certainly led to people not giving up on the dependency on fossil fuels. In fact, India also, not to say that they backtracked, but the coal commitments that India had in reducing energy through coal is something that we might have to stay on for a bit longer than our own commitments because of the energy crisis that the world faces. So the focus really over here is to stick to the 1.5 degree Celsius temperature, the commitment that was made in Paris during the Paris Agreement.
All right. We'll continue to keep coming back to you, Geeta Mohan, tracking all of those stories from Dubai. Dubai is the place where the summit, the climate summit, is happening. This is COP28. Of course, deliverables are there, and the Prime Minister is also expected to speak. These are pictures, in fact, coming in. And the Prime Minister on dais meeting world leaders who were part of this summit.